Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another match preview. Bromwich Albion versus Sunderland at the Stadium of Light, 8 p.m. kickoff Tuesday evening. Now, I just want to say before the video starts, fair play to any Baggies fan what's going tomorrow. It's a long way away, and with the game being an 8 p.m. kickoff, it's not going to finish till 10, which means people aren't going to be getting back home until the early hours of the following morning. So fair play to anyone who's going down, including George, who's dedicated and bringing you the matchday vlog tomorrow. So Sunderland are currently in second on 32 points, just behind Leeds, who are top, who have been absolutely brilliant. Only behind them on goal difference. And to be honest, I've been really impressed with Sunderland this season. I expected them to be around the playoffs, but I didn't expect them to be joint top, I'll be completely honest with you. So with Albion, we're currently sat in 6th place, still in the playoffs, and I'm really shocked that we are, to be honest, with the results lately. So many draws, and I'm really surprised that we're still in the mix of the playoffs at the moment with the amount of points what we have dropped. And the fact that we were only 6 points behind Sunderland as well, I just don't understand how, but it is what it is. We're currently in 6th place. So in Sunderland's last game, they got a 1-1 draw with Millwall. Now, I know they conceded pretty late on and they were quite frustrated about that. And they have got a draw in the last 4 games. So they're in pretty similar form to us really lately. There's a lot of draws in there. We, in our last game, got a 2-2 draw with Norwich, and to be honest with you, it wasn't the worst performance I've ever seen. I think a lot of people are raising question marks on Carlos Corbejan's decision making on substitutes and stuff like that, and to be fair, I can understand why, because some of the decisions in the last game were quite questionable. In terms of key players for both sides, I think Romain Mundal, if that's how you say his name, I really apologise if I butchered it. 4 goals and 2 assists this season from the wing. He's a really good player. Now, when they lost Jack Clark, and I think this is their Jack Clark replacement, I expected them to really struggle. I didn't expect a player to come in and, sort of fill his boots, and he's done really well, Mundal, and I know Sunderland fans really like him. In terms of another key player, Wilson Isidore, I've probably absolutely butchered his name, so I'm really sorry, Sunderland fans, if I have, but 5 goals this season in the Championship, which isn't a bad return. They've also got Chris Rigg, who's just an amazing prospect for Sunderland as well. It's like I made a video before, they've got so many talented players. On top of that, they've got Joe Bellingham as well. And those 2 players for me, Chris Rigg, Joe Bellingham, going to be worth an absolute fortune in the future, if not now as well, because I know, especially for Chris Rigg being so young and the amount of games what he's played for Sunderland this season and all the seasons prior to that, since he's broke into the first team, a lot of Premier League sides are looking at him because he is a really talented player. As for West Brom, I think in that last game, Torsborn Hegem was absolutely superb for us. There was one tackle where one of their players was through on goal, Norwich, and the tackle he made, the amount of grain what he made up just to make that tackle was absolutely sensational. It was really nice to see, a player actually busting a gut to get back. And he just throwing his body on the line. I know George recently interviewed his dad and he was like, you just can't get past him. And the guy, to say that we've paid like 300, 400,000 for him is an absolute steal, because he's an unbelievable talent, Torsborn Hegem. Obviously, another key player for West Brom is going to be Josh Maja. 10 goals this season. He's into double figures for the season and he's the 2nd top goal scorer in the league. Really clinical. I'm just hoping that Dan Ballard doesn't go through him and injure him for the season like he did in the last game at Stadium of Light. But since that injury, I think Madge's come back a lot stronger. Obviously, he's got a lot of goals for us this season. He's been key for everything what we've done. and he is going to be a danger man against Sunderland for me. The next one who I would look out for Sunderland fans is Karlan Grant. I think he's been absolutely superb this season ever since he's come back from his loan at Cardiff. He's been a completely different player. You know, his work rate is exceptional. It's like he said himself in his own interviews, he's a different animal this season. And you can really see that hunger, the desire. And it's like I always mention this. People seem to forget when they were slagging off Karlan Grant, including myself, that there was a season where he scored like 17, 18 goals for us in the Championship. So he's more than capable of doing that. He's got a proven goal scoring record in this league. But it's not just that for me. I think he's been really consistently good this season. And I'm really probably one of the players of the seasons this season so far. The three what I've mentioned for us. Obviously, we got the likes of Tom Fellows, what can make things happen, Alex Mowat. But for me, I've been really disappointed this season with Jed Wallace, John Swift. You know, I've been really, really disappointed with them. They do need to improve if they want to keep the spot in the team. In terms of injuries, Sunderland are without Poveda. Now, I never knew they had him until I did a little bit of research, but they're without him. They're without Aaron Connolly as well, who's a decent player. And without their left-back as well, 22-year-old Dennis Kirkham, who has pretty much played every single game this season for Sunderland. He's been really consistent and good for them. Albion, we're missing Darnell Furlong and the other ones who've been missing for weeks, Bartley, Semi Ajayi, McNair, and obviously Daryl DK, who still isn't. In terms of the game at Stadium of Light tomorrow, I think it's going to be one of the toughest tests that Albion face this season. You know, Stadium of Light is a really, really big, compact stadium where their fans are really, really good, in my opinion. And it's going to be an intimidating atmosphere, I believe. They're a really, really good side. They're second for a reason. And unfortunately, tomorrow I can't see anything but a 2-1 loss. And I just think we're really, really going to struggle. I think goal scorers is going to be that William Oysterdahl, who I keep butchering his name. I think Joe Bellingham will score. And for us, I think Josh Maja. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going with a 2-1 loss, West Brom. I like to be optimistic, but I'm really not for this game. I think it's our toughest test of the season so far. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go 2-1 Sunderland, unfortunately. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Just comment your score predictions. Cheers for watching. See you in the next one.